Hi everyone, this is Juno Dawson. Welcome to another instalment of Ask Juno, in which I, author Juno Dawson, attempt to help you with your problems. And man, this week we have a good one. This one comes from Regina George. And Regina George says, "Hey Juno, so one of my friends, let's call her Julie, shall we, has been on and off with this guy for like 4 years, but they are literally horrendous together. Like they will be kissing one second and then screaming at each other the next. So for the past month or so, Julie and him have been in an on stage and she has completely ignored all of my friends and me, and she only apologised to us because he broke up with her and she realised she had no friends left. As well as this, my other friend, let's call her Virginia, has a crush on Julie." What? "And told Julie this. Julie is bi. She doesn't like Virginia, but constantly leads her on, telling her she wants to kiss her or that she can't stop thinking about her or holding her hand. It's ridiculous. The whole situation with her ignoring us has happened to me and my best friend like 5 times, and we are both sick of it and her. Virginia still likes Julie, but he's kind of mad at her. Also, Julie keeps making like mean comments about my friend Jessica. Jessica is not overweight, but she's not small either, which is of course fine. And on Wednesday she managed to get out of the pool, like the side, for the first time. And when she told Julie this, she said, 'I guess it would have been easy if you were smaller like me.' Me and my best friend just want to end the friendship, but the thing is, we are going on Duke of Edinburgh with her. So we are going to have to spend 2 whole days stuck with her. I don't know whether I should just forgive her and move on, but I have done this several times already, or just stop being her friend. What do you think? Love, from Regina. P.S. You're incredible and strong and I really admire you." Well, thank you, obviously. Oh my goodness me. Such drama. I don't know where to begin, Regina. There is so much drama happening here. Let's try to unpick it. I think what this boils down to is this is about toxic friendships. I think we have to, as we get older and as we go through life, evaluate which of our friendships are enriching our life and which are in fact poisonous and which are toxic and bringing us down. And it's really, really tough because a good friendship does not mean wall-to-wall walks on the beach and lattes and cupcake sharing and amazing sleepovers. Sometimes you do have to take the rough with the smooth. I'm not saying that you should be a fair with a friend and ditch your friends the second things get hairy. But you said it yourself here. This with Julie has happened many, many times before, and you seem to be going round in circles. And there does have to be a point where actually this is on you. This is on you for keeping this person in your life. And what you have to ask yourself is, do you like the drama? You know, is talking about Julie a big part of what keeps you and all your other friends ticking over? Again, I'm not sure that that's something I would encourage because, again, if we're keeping people around just because they make for good gossip, that's not particularly kind either, as much as it is tempting. And friendships do, I think if we're honest, some friendships do have a little bit of, you know, give or take with gossip, and there are people that we like to have a good bitch about. But then is that making you feel good in yourself as well? And that's another way that friendships can be toxic, because sometimes just being around someone makes you a worse person as well. And that, again, there has to come a point where you say enough is enough. And this, I've been experimenting with curly hair, where you have to say enough is enough is enough and move on. And I wonder if that's maybe possibly what's happened with Julie in this case. But do think about, you know, is it salvageable? I have at times in my life taken maybe a break. It's like friends, you know, you can go on a break, and maybe if you have 6 months or a year away from Julie, then possibly, you know, she can go away and mature a little bit. But then also, one of the little alarm bells that I'm getting is this, she and her boyfriend, Julie and her boyfriend, are screaming at each other one minute and making up the next. And do keep an eye on that as well. Remember, something that we're increasingly aware of is abusive relationships, and that this doesn't always look like the way they've looked on TV. it's possible that actually Julie might need a friend if she's in quite a damaging relationship, and it might be up to you to open some channels of communication there. And maybe that's the way forward. What we've got here is we've got a lot of talking about this mysterious Julie person, and yet she's not particularly present. So I think possibly the most important thing with any relationship is totally honest communication. And I don't think if Julie is a friend worth salvaging, I think you are totally within your rights to call her out on her shady behaviour. And that way, okay, if it's the end of your relationship, if Julie doesn't want to hear, at least you've been honest. There was an old saying that my grandma used to say, which is always keep your steps clean, which is the only thing that we can do in life is monitor our behaviour. Now, Regina, you cannot make Julie behave in a way that you would like. It doesn't work like that. But you can certainly look after your own behaviour. And if this Julie person being in your life is causing you to gossip and backbite, maybe it's time for everybody to move on. But I do think that by you opening an honest conversation and saying, this is unacceptable, the way you treat Virginia is unacceptable, the way you come and go from our lives is unacceptable, then at least you've been honest, and at least you have laid your cards on the table in an honest and upfront way. And if Julie rejects that, then at least you can say that you've tried. So my advice out there to all of you with these toxic friendships is be honest. Don't get drawn into that into the evil. Don't get drawn in. It's bad. And as my grandma would have always said, all you can do is keep your steps clean. Don't fall for it. Don't get lured in. And then if a friend isn't going to respond to some straight talk, then maybe there's not a lot that can be done, and it is time to walk away, as hard as that is. But I've cut people out and I have felt better for it in the end. And I don't miss them, don't regret it. They were bad. They were bad news. Okay, thank you so much. That's all for this installment. Do keep your problems coming in to hello@junodawson.com, and I will solve your problems in a forthcoming episode. Ta-ta for now.